the other day. Like,
because you know what? I don't know if you ever noticed this, and we always joke around with my friends with the bill. Mm-hmm. They'll text you and tell you when your bill's about to be due, or your bill's ready. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And the minute you pay that shit, the shit slows down like tremendously. Like your phone, like the data or whatever, like something's refreshing or buffering. I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers got y'all money.
Mm-hmm. They're like,
yep,
let's pull out.
Exactly.
Let's pull out. You're not getting this nut. But yeah, no, I feel you though. Yeah, I don't. But I thought about that the other day though, because I was at home and I pressed my home button, but I didn't realize I had just pressed it like 2 seconds before.
And Siri was recording your ass.
No, Siri wasn't recording. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, but I thought, and I was like, well, damn, how many times a day do we push our home buttons? Because I think it's like such a
that'll be an ill ass.
It's such a compulsive thing. Like, and again, it's something that you can't really track because, like, especially me, my phone is always on silent. So like,
they already got a fingerprint. So
they don't have mine. I mean, not to my knowledge, but I don't do that fingerprint shit. But I don't fuck with that. But
yeah, I'm worried about that. They already got it.
Yeah, like I'm really curious. Like, how many times a day do we push our home buttons? And I feel like once you try to track it, it'll be significantly less because you'll be purposely trying not to think about. You'll be like, I'm thinking about it, so let me not press it. But
what I ultimately want to do is like start turning off my phone like completely, maybe for like 2 or 3 hours a day, maybe more than that. Like just
you're supposed to do that anyway.
Not while I'm asleep, but like while
during the day.
During the day, just put that shit down and block, like turn it off.
What I do sometimes is just put my phone on airplane mode. Like if I'm just like, because it's getting cold now, so I'm doing it less and less. But some days I'll just find myself just roaming around the city. So I'm just roaming around the city for like 2 or 3 hours. Like I'll put my phone on airplane mode. I'll have my podcast going or whatever music I'm listening to. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, whoever texts me within the next 2 hours is just going to be, in the clouds until I take this phone off airplane mode. So it's nice to disconnect, which is a way to disconnect without truly doing it because you still have your phone on you. But like, I'm not leaving my phone in the house. I think that's a far stretch because it's just too much shit in 2018. So like,
a better one is what I recently found out. You guys don't even realize what that. It's funny. I'm not even mean to be like a techie right now, but
sounding very conspiracy theorist.
I am in a little way, and I'm not. I am a techie, but not a conspiracy. But I am paying attention. I'm watching this shit. Like one time the phones told me like how long. Like I was wondering, like how do they know where I work? Like I was like, oh. You're at work. I was like, oh, your car's parked on so-and-so on Broadway. And I'm like, well, how does this shit know everything? So it'll tell you. So say you go to CVS. It'll tell you in your apps how long you've been inside of a location.
Now, that's a lot. Now, you can mind your business on that one.
No, I can go to your phone. I'll show you after the show.
I don't want to know.
And it told me I was in XYZ.
I have seen that before, but I think I turned mine off.
No, you can't turn it off.
Really?
I mean, you can turn it off, but then I think it fucks with like things if you're trying to order Uber or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like turning all your location
like
off.
Your GPS. No, I think I have done that. Yeah.
This
I don't know. We'll see.
Was telling me where I was at pinpoint for pinpoint. I was like, he was in Manhattan for like 20 minutes. Then he was in like in the store for like 10 minutes. He was like, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Can't be trusted. It can't be trusted.
Yo.
But I mean, it's at the point now where like we have grown up in. Excuse me.
I'm got to get a Boost Mobile.
And listen, Metro piece of shit will send you right where you need to be. But I think I'm so used to growing up in like this world of, because again, you got to think like the world we live in. Like when 9/11 happened, it was like the government's tapping our phones. If you even say the word like bomb or blew up, like they're gonna be listening. Right. What we're not gonna do.
That's why we cut this podcast.
No, we're gonna keep it going. Fuck it. We'll do it live. No, but because the government's been listening.
Did they ever send us our video?
Who? No. Wow, they sure didn't. And I'm like, I like how I didn't know. You didn't say what video, but I know exactly what you was talking about. They did not. That's interesting.
Pause.
It's interesting.
Pause.
You got me worked up.
Pause. Me and Malcolm went to a museum and we recorded this ill ass video inside.
Me, you, and Monica. And we recorded a video, and they were like, "Talk to your Negro ancestors." And we recorded these videos, and them shits is like the 5th episode of Chappelle's Show.
Yeah, they were really good. It was
never gonna see the light of day.
It was like being in what do you call that?
It was like a PBS special,
like a testimony. We like after the
testimony.
What do you call them shits during reality TV.
Confessional.
Confessional,
yes.
yeah. It was like this little room, and you sitting there talking to a camera.
Yeah, it really did feel like a confessional though, because it was like the little door closed. Yeah. And it was just like that one camera and like the
TV
light
prompt. Yeah, it was recording us. Yeah,
but yeah, no, I definitely never got those videos. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And we were like, "Fuck it, we'll do it live." I don't know why.
No, that's bullshit. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Oh, but they've been knowing what I've been doing and saying. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever. And we live in New York City. Like, I remember there was this channel that me and my brother used to like flip past all the time. And it used to show you Times Square. Like, no matter what time of day, if you turn to it, it will always show you, I think, the corner of like 47th and like 6th or like 7th or some shit. And one day I like was in Times Square and I called him. I was like, turn on channel 32. And he turned it on. I was like, look at me on TV. So like, even if you think,
I'm on BCAT.
No, honestly, it was some shit like BCAT, like NYCTV or some shit. But yeah, there's cameras everywhere. Like, you always being watched. So, you just...
Do you like being watched?
I love being watched. If you want to watch me, make sure you visit.
Yo, Malcolm is bugging today.
You see. Anyway.
You have some questions for me.
I did?
Before we started the show.
Oh, right, yes.
Yo, what the fuck is up with you today?
So, my brain is erratic. I've been to the gym. I've been to work. I've had some tea. So now my caffeine is like through the roof.
You're bugging, yo.
I had sugar.
Calm the fuck down.
No, I like this energy.
Scale
I like
it back.
this energy. No.
Groovy.
Because y'all used to get tired, Malcolm. Y'all used to get Malcolm.
Right.
I just, finished taking care of the kids all fucking day.
Yo, I know people are listening to this shit. They're trying to follow along. They're like, where the fuck is this conversation going?
Oh, it's going exactly where you want it to be. A good place. All right. So I asked you before the show, your current dating life. So are you in a relationship? You're single. Okay. So great. Let's have some single people conversation. Mm-hmm. So I was reading this article the other day, and there's this new, I guess, trend craze going around where people are going on first dates,
mm-hmm.
but then taking selfies
mm-hmm.
at the end of the date.
Mm-mm.
No. And they're taking selfies at the end of the date, I guess, so that if they're together in like 20 years, they could be like, wow, this is our first date,
mm-hmm.
and so on and so forth. So my question to you is, I feel like I got the answer, is like, are you open to, selfies on the first date? If sis leans over and puts the dog filter on you and she's like, come on, Jay, let's take this picture. She's not going to post it nowhere. It's just for personal.
Nah, because if it's going to work out, we'll remember everything else. I'm old fashioned. So like when I listen to other people's stories and they remember exactly how their first date went or how they first reconnected, I could tell you I could remember back to each of anyone I've dated for a long amount of time, how it started before even a date, like how it started. So
But you also remember first dates?
Yeah, I remember.
It's very interesting.
So I'm good on this nostalgic of like just knowing that I don't need all this new technology and all this weird shit.
You know what? That is fair. But I don't think it's
if it's a monumental moment or some shit like
like y'all at the Oscars.
Yeah,
hell yeah! I want a fucking picture.
Yeah, we stepped out. Like, what's up?
But I'm saying, but you wouldn't go to the Oscars on your first date.
But think about it. In this
some
day
people
age,
might.
when you single and you imagine you got 15. Like, I'm not saying like
no. And this
but
is my point.
There's people that go on date. Like I know
there's some people that I've only went on one date with.
But there's other people.
I don't want no picture of you on my phone.
But there's other people that go, like are serial daters. I would say like they have first dates lined up because like
ding. That's me right here.
But I'm saying they're always not that they're looking for something, but.
You keeping your options open.
Open. So it's like, I know girls who are like, oh, yeah, I'm going out with this dude on Monday, and then like, I'm going out with this dude on Wednesday, and another guy, like, because they're looking. Yeah. I'm speaking from a woman perspective. I'm not talking about you, but they're looking for that partner. They're out looking.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So,
I think
imagine by the end of October, you got like a good 12
selfies.
Yo,
like,
come on, bro.
All of these. Yeah.
Get these niggas out of here.
No, I think the idea is cute in hindsight, which I think the way you get around that is like, you walking through Times Square, you're like, let's get one of these caricature photos. That's like $5. Now that's a nice way to be like, oh, this was a part of the date. If the shit don't work out, you can rip it up, throw it in the garbage, give it to your kid, wipe up the dog poop with it, whatever. But me leaning in, like dipping and leaning, talking about cheese. Yes, our first date. That's not happening because no.
Where did you see the study at?
I've read it somewhere on Twitter. Like somebody like shared the link, and I was like,
"This is some real BuzzFeed shit."
It is very BuzzFeed.
I would never come across this because you know why? This does not attach to my culture.
I have an eccentric timeline. Right. I follow people of all walks of life, but I was like, yes, no, I definitely would not be into taking selfies on the first date. Not at all. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
There's a lot of different ways of first dating. Like, you ever meet people that are like, oh, I'm gonna meet this guy for some coffee. I'm like, coffee?
I like
see the girls. I
like liquor.
See the girls. See that I'm from those people want to be taken out.
Oh, see,
like they want to be like they want it to be a date.
So every time you take a girl out on a date, you always pay.
What?
Every time you go on a date with a girl, do you always pay?
What?
So every time you and a young lady step out to an establishment to get to know each other better on a date, do you pay? Oh my God. Do you need to watch episode of Learn to Read? Why can't you comprehend the sentence?
No, I'm trying to figure out because I mean, there's times like most people, a lot of people I don't know, people I know or people I've dated, they've always been, how do you say it, not conservative, but I want to say progressive. So it's like they'll let me take something. No, they'll let me take it. And they'll be like, oh, but if it's we go to another spot like to go like have drinks, they'll like pick up a drink or something. Oh, like
that's
that.
nice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
they're not just running your pockets into the ground.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. But I be reading shit on the timeline where girls be with it like, if you don't pick me up, take me out.
Yeah.
Like,
now. I think this is again. We're gonna talk about Eddie Winslow and blouses and pointy shoes.
See, I'm not the thing is
picking somebody up is very Eddie Winslow.
See, with these questions, the way you asking me is like I'm not a traditional dater. I'm not gonna show up to your house in plaid shirt and like
I don't think
I'm coming up in a Nike Tech. We chilling.
Yeah, but you're a nigga, so why can't you be more like Stefan and give me a bad character? 3J, you're like 3J. I need you to be Stefan. like. But I don't know if anybody, which I can think is a very interesting maybe idea or like question. Like, I don't know if people that are dating in like 2018 are going to pick someone up from their house. Like, no one has ever picked me up from my house. I've never picked up a guy at his house. Like, this is
very stereotypical. But a guy's like showing up like with the gel back, with the leather jacket,
with the gel back,
with the
like Roger from fucking Doug.
Yeah, are they showing up with?
That's what I just got drawn up in
with
my mind.
With the jeans and the hard bottoms and
I mean, maybe I don't know.
Down, maybe some flowers and
and you know what? And maybe that's why I'm still single. Like maybe if I was pulling to niggas' doorsteps, but it's different now. Like, oh, that's not true. I did meet a guy in front of his house one time, but that's only because he lived near the bar we were going to. So I was just like, I'll just meet you.
What the fuck time you get off work?
He wasn't at work. He was at home.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my energy. What time you get off work? See you then.
But yeah, so. Yeah, I've never, that door-to-door thing. But since we're on the topic of dating, let's talk about our worst dates.
Worst dates?
Worst first date or worst date in general.
Worst first date. I don't think I got any.
Really? I'm trying to think. I don't. So, it's fad.
I only got one bad experience. I don't know if I ever told it. It was more than a date.
We're listening.
I just...
You getting burnt with bacon grease?
Yo, son, when niggas, it was nasty. It was a whiff or some shit. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, yeah. What kind of whiff?
It was bad, bro. I'm just gonna leave it there. I was like, never again. Yo.
Like you was getting your hair braided like in the Mario video?
Nah, it was worse.
But it was coming from the region.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I feel bad for people like that because I feel like, do you not smell it? Like, I feel like some people.
I'm about to throw up, yo. I swear to God. Yo,
if y'all could see his face,
son, that shit.
Alright, Bendito, here. You want the garbage can?
Nah, yo. All right, go ahead. Talk about your date. No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good, yo.
All right, I'm leaving right here on the
dead
table.
Serious, yeah.
Just in case you need it. We recycle. We're not gonna recycle whatever you put in here, but we do recycle. We do recycle around here. No, only thing that comes to mind is, and again, I'm pretty sure I've had.
No, but I've had things, but me, I already know if I'm vibing with you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't terrible. We just didn't click. But I remember one time I was on this date, and I called this guy by the wrong name.
Oh, shit.
And let's say his name was like Kevin. I was like, yeah, Craig, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, who's Craig? And it wasn't even I was dating multiple people at the same time. It was just like, I'm just your grandmother, and I just call people random names. So, like, I will go through a whole Rolodex before I get to, like, I don't know if Jay pays attention, but.
I'm listening.
No, not right now. I'm saying, like, if he says, like, let's say if I take a picture of him or something, he's like, send me that picture. Like, before I even go to my messages to send it to you, if I'm distracted, I will literally say out loud, what's your name? And I'll be like, right, Jason. And then I will have to go through my phone and look for it because my brain just doesn't click like that sometimes. But I'm suave. I took improv classes, and I was like, he was like, who's Kevin, ideally? And I was like, that's you, because you acting like a Kevin right now.
Oh, that's good.
And I was safe safe. Shout out to theater class.
That's good.
Because I was definitely felt like a deer in headlights. I was like, oh my God, I just called this nigga the wrong name. And this is awkward as fuck.
I don't know if I've
and we
ever
have
been
just started dinner. Like, it wasn't even like close to the end